Go language programming, chapter 10, unit 3. In this unit, we will in this unit we will go over useful Go language tools. So let's start. So now I really very frequently I use this tool, Go FMT. Okay, basically the reason that I use it is to make sure my my code is very well indented and easy to read. Okay, that is the whole idea for me to use this FMT. Every time that I make any changes to my code, I will always first start FMT. Now, the other thing this Go FMT does also is that if there are some issues like a syntax that I made a mistake in some line or something, FMT will be able to identify it. So I don't even have to, first compile the code and then find out. So Go FMT just tells me right away, So Go FMT basically does two things. One finds the syntax problems, and the second, it indents it. So so that's the a good tool to use. And then Go tool cover. So the code coverage provides a quick and easy way of finding untested code. So basically, this will tell you if the code has reached at some point or not. Okay, so go tool coverage. Go vet, that's another tool. Go comes with its own linter, So Go vet for analyzing Go language code and finding the common mistakes, So that's another way to find out the common mistakes that you have in your syntax. So Go vet also will tell you, if there are any mistakes in your code. So it basically specifically does it can check code for following mistakes. You know, useless assignments. It will tell you if you have tried to assign something that is not necessary. Common mistakes when using sync or atomic operations. Invalid build tags, that also will tell you that using composite literals without keyed fields. Okay, we already covered what the composite literals are in the previous chapters. Passing logs by value. Okay, comparing functions with nil. um, Wrong using wrong printf format. So if you have made some mistakes in the format specifier for the printf, it will tell you. Closing over loop variables the wrong way. Okay, so if you don't close it properly, then it will tell you that. uh, Struct tags that do not follow the canonical format. So, if the tags are not in the correct order. Unreachable code, it will tell you if you can't reach it. Misuse of unsafe pointers. There is a um, package that allows you to use unsafe pointers. So if you start misusing those unsafe pointers, then this tool will basically identify it and let you know. Mistakes involving Boolean operators, so if there are any mistakes in the Boolean operators, it will also as well as identify. So now let's look at in the real example what exactly this tool will allow you to do. This vet tool. Okay. Um, So in this case, in this main, we are writing the main application. So we're creating a binary. So we have a package main, and then in the main function, we have initialized at line number 7. We are creating a variable a initialized to 10, and then we are creating a pointer type ptr and initializing with the address of a. Okay, so we initialize it with the address of a. Now all these things are, we have kind of gone over in the previous chapters, but a specific thing that what we are looking for, how the this vet tool will identify if there are any issues within this code. And then at line number 10, we have a variable called c, which is of type bool. Okay. Now here at line number 11, what we are doing is we are saying that, okay, if c is false and c is true, so basically that means this statement will always give you a false, doesn't matter what, so the result will be always be false, and this tool will catch it, okay, this kind of issues in your code. And then at line number 14, we have if c or c. So this is a redundant, that's a redundant code. So, it will catch you. And then right here at line number 17, we already have a return. So that means it's never going to hit this line number 18. Okay, this code will never be executed because you already did the return. Yeah. So when you compile it, or actually when you use this vet tool like this, it will give you the output and it will tell you exactly, at line number 11 5, it says that suspect and c equals to false and c equals to true. So at line number 11, it is suspecting that there is some issue at that line. Okay, of course it cannot fix it for you. It is just going to identify there may be some issue. Not it may even not be 100% be able to tell you, hey, there is a problem. Like usually a compiler will tell you at the syntax error there is a syntax error, right? But in this case, this tool is going to identify, suggest you that there might be a issue at this line. And then at line number 14, which is this one right here, it says redundant. Okay, so this is redundant. You don't want to do something like this, c or c. Okay, and then at line number 18, it says unreachable. So that's how this code will basically will put the output, okay, when you use this vet tool. Okay, so that basically concludes unit 3, chapter 10.